Hey guys, and welcome back to House Flipper and the final room in this house, which is well, it's infested. Christ. Right, come on. I'll pin my vacuum cleaner. The only way to get rid of cockroaches, you vacuum them up, you bin them, and you send them somewhere else. Send them to a YouTuber's PO box. Yep. Now it's done. You destroyed a cockroach net, I'm glad. Okay. Oh, there's two? Oh shit, there's two cockroach nests. Well, that would make more sense, I guess. Right, let's clean out this shite. My god, some of these marks take so much more swiftering. Christ. Who gets their kitchen in such a fucking state anyway? Come on, there we go. God, we're supposed to be like extremely quick at swiftering. I'd hate to actually see how slow it was if you were on like base swifteritude. There's some more dirt still. I'm at 95, there must be like a couple more pieces of... Ah, okay, I see it. Thank you, minimap. Right, let's clean the window. Alright, sweet. Oh yeah, so someone was saying, so I was telling a story about about cleaning the windows in my flat, and I wasn't sure if I'd already told the story about the three people that were having a fucking Barney on the road. But yeah, well, not gonna lie, it was the reason I decided to finally clean the windows in my flat. Was because I wanted an excuse to be at the window watching to see what was going on. But there was like a load of screaming and stuff from the front of the apartment. And I don't know why I have to say an Americanism in a German accent, it seems to fit. Yeah, there's a load of screaming and stuff like that. I was like, what the fuck is that? And it turned out it was like, I thought there was like tiles behind that. It turned out it was like two girls and a guy fighting with another girl, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I was like, we need to use the white paint. And I was like, oh fuck, am I gonna have to go out here like to like help this girl that's getting like all these people like jumping on her? No. She was the one that needed, like, everyone else needed protecting from her. I was like, fucking hell. But it was just like, honestly, it was a lesson in Glasgow, just like scumbags. They were pretty much what I used to see as a kid growing up in Glasgow, when there was like back when there was a load of gang violence and stuff like that. And it was pathetic just watching all. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. It made me feel like a kid again. Well, I love being able to combine brown and white and get white from it. Pure brilliant white as well. Oh, new painting skill. Faster painting or more, well, I think more walls. That's the thing, it's like, faster painting's all well and good, but if I can do more walls, then it's instantly faster. Okay, let's see. I can paint 4 fucking walls at a time, man. I'm already using like the least amount of paint I can. Okay. Let's top that up. I can't believe that the first one was your character will just continuously paint a wall that's painted already. It's like, get a skill point so that he doesn't do that. It's like, okay. I'm glad that I can stop him from being an absolute fucking idiot. Oh, and that's us. Well, annoyingly, it looks like I'm going to have to get some more white paint. Alright, just need to search white because apparently paint is not a term that they want you to be searching by. Fucking political correctness, am I right? Can't even call it paint, like you're assuming it's material or something. Alright. So I finally went and seen Avengers Infinity War last night, and the reason that it took me so long is because I already had the main fucking, well, not so much the main plot point, but I already had one of the main plot points completely and utterly spoiled to me on Twitter by people thinking they were funny and doing like what was it? I can't remember the name of it. It's not unintentional spoilers, it's like what were they calling it? Oh fuck knows, man. There's like spoilers that if you looked at them, you would be like, oh, that's not a spoiler. Mountable big radiator. Is there no mountable small radiator? Okay, looks like we need a mountable big radiator then. Oh, it's... okay, the radiator's not called a mountable radiator, it's just a radiator. Weird one. Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. It was like... it's not an intentional spoiler, it's something spoiler. But yeah, it was like it's a spoiler that isn't an overt spoiler. I mean, like it's like a sideways spoiler. Are we done here? Yeah, we are. Sweet. We just got 15 grand for that. But yeah, it was one of those that if you knew anything about the Marvel universe, you would understand the spoiler. It was so obvious that it was painful, and obviously it fucking spoiled the plot point for me, which was kind of gutting. So when okay, can I get into my mail, please? So when it actually came to the point, let's clean up this guy's house. When it came to the point in the movie where that happened, and like everyone was like, "Oh," I fucking knew it. I was like, "Oh, great, beautiful, fantastic! Wow, this fucking house." Although I can definitely see that. Oh my god, the lag. It's okay, guys. I'm feeling it as well. Uninvited gentleman. I really need to check the story behind this. I can definitely see that this that this one is a... enough cockroaches are eliminated, you destroyed a cockroach nest. I can definitely see that this one is one for leveling up your cleaning skill. That's 3 done, and we've just got a load of dirt now. All right. So this will be a great one for getting me the rest of the stuff on the minimap. Maybe a fuse is blowing. Right, well, that's outside. As long as there's no more cockroaches and I can... So here's the fuse. Okay. Alright, the entire reason for that is because that I can't see. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, so everyone in the cinema was all like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yep, I seen that one coming a fucking mile away." So I was kind of waiting on it. I was like, "Ugh, it's fucking shit." I hate being like a massive fanboy of a series, and then unfortunately due to work, like I can't. So that's one of the I suppose one of the issues is that work keeps me that busy that I can't just like go and see a movie. Like I've always got stuff to do. There's still a load of dirt as well in here, fuck's sake. Yeah, I've always got stuff to do, so it's wait, I'm so confused. So count the shit has been on the other side? I don't know. Probably not. But also in the same breath, it's like, oh, if you don't want spoilers, just don't go on social media. But I can't do that because my job is social media. Alright, let's clean this motherfucker. Yeah, so it's not like I can't just, it's not like I can just be like, oh, well, just don't go on social media if you don't want it spoiled. Which is what I used to do before this was my job. Like, if I didn't want Game of Thrones spoilers, then I would just, stay away from social media. But it was more the fact that it was like, people knew they were spoilers, like, people who'd seen it knew they were spoilers, yet they still... It wasn't even like, it wasn't someone that I followed that spoiled it either, it was someone I followed liked the spoiler. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, because not only does fucking Twitter decide to show you things that people you follow have retweeted, which is kind of the fucking point, they'll also show you things that people you follow have liked. So it's like, oh, perfect. So yeah, I got spoiled for the Avengers from a spoiler that was supposed to be like a... Basically the way it was supposed to be is like, it's only a spoiler if you've seen the movie, basically, like you will only understand it if you've seen the movie. But obviously knowing what I know about Marvel, it's a fucking spoiler. And my entire point was that it's like, the only people you will ever spoil with that are the fanboys that just don't have the time to actually go and see it. So you're not going to spoil the people who don't care about it. You're only going to spoil the people who do care about it. It's like the worst type of fucking spoiler. I don't know, maybe I'm going, like, I kick off a lot about people who are like, oh my god, that's such a spoiler. When you're talking about, like, games and stuff like that, about, well, there's different bits and bobs in games that people complain about, and it's very difficult in this job, at least, to not spoil anything about a game unless you've just got a really generic thumbnail and like no title. What have I got? 477 more cleaned elements. Okay. Yeah, it's like very, very tough not to spoil something, at least in everyone's eyes. And that's the point I'm trying to make, is that it's, some people have got different different imaginations of a spoiler, or different ideas of what a spoiler actually is, and that's generally the thing I kick off about, is when people are like, oh my god, that's such a spoiler, when it's really not, they're just being sensitive. It's like, because if you want to get a proper like clickbait title for a episode, then it needs to seem like it's a spoiler, but also not be a spoiler. Like, oh my god, I can't believe he died, and it's, instead of like anything story related, it could just be you dying in the game type thing. But you can clickbait it to make it appealing, like make it enticing for people to click on, which is, I mean, I'm not using the word clickbait as in, clickbait gets used as a derogatory term, whereas like half of this job is not only being entertaining but also getting people to watch your videos, which includes baiting them on into actually clicking the video, because if no one's clicking your video, you can have the best video in the world, but if no one's watching it, then there's no fucking point. So yeah, it's like half of the job is getting things that seem like spoilers but aren't actually, but people who haven't actually watched the video will then kick off at you like it is a spoiler. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. It's very hard, it's a balancing act. So yeah, like I generally kick off at people who kick off at people who spoil things. It's like, oh, it's not really a spoiler, you're just kicking off because you think it's a spoiler when it's not. But I knew pretty much when I seen that, I was like, yeah, that's what's going to happen, and that's just spoiled quite a major point for me, thanks. So yeah, I wasn't best pleased, and then when I actually watched the Avengers and I seen it, I was like, yep, that was definitely 100% a fucking massive spoiler, you cunt. But ho-hum, I guess. Let's see, I guess that's just the way life works. I think I got it. No? The dirt in here is a different type of dirt. Oh shit, there's a big shit stain on the wall. Alright, so that's all the dirt there. And let's say the dirt here is a different type of dirt. I feel like that's half the best way to do it, is just look around everywhere whilst holding the button down. Ugh. Alright, let's Avengers this. You get it because it says assemble. Haha, made a joke. Okay, shove that in, shove that one in. Yeah, so it was a huge spoiler. Still enjoyed the movie, but yeah, a huge spoiler. Right. Yeah, I mean, Susie and I actually spent ages going back, because she'd never seen like most of the Marvel movies, so we spent ages going through all the movies before we could see it, which is another reason it took so long for me to actually finally go and see it. So yeah, it took ages for us to go and see the movie. Right, that room's done. This room's still not done because I haven't found the hidden piece of dirt. Is it behind the fridge? My god, what's with the strange ass lag spikes? No, it's not behind the fridge. Is it? Eh. Is it that bit of stuff on the fridge? Is it the fridge itself? Is it dirty? Is it a dirty fridge? Is it on the chairs? Doesn't look like it. Ugh, God knows, we'll find it anyway. Oh my god, let's stay at this. Fucking lag spikes, man. Or rather, the frame rate drops. Okay, let's get this shit cleaned up. Just like so quick to clean this stuff up, man. It's mental. Okay, that's all the dirt done. Anyway, it looks like that's, oh, I found it! Wait. That wasn't it? You son of a bitch. Just one more. Motherfucker! Anyway, looks like that's all the time that we've got for this episode, so as always, thanks all for watching. I've been Studio, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.